Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today I'm reviewing Quantum Leap, Episode 5, entitled Salvation or Bust, coming to you from NBC, streaming on Peacock. What did I think about it, and should you be watching? The new Quantum Leap goes where no Quantum Leap has ever before, and that is to the Old West. That's right, because of the way the new Quantum Leap, algorithm or programming works. Ben can actually leap outside of his lifetime. So, which was genius, I think, on the part of the people who were creating this, so that they can actually do a lot more things. It's kind of like the way that Star Trek, original series Star Trek, was kind of able to do whatever because they had sets available to do them. So they made up reasons for it. So here's a reason. Either way, Ben's in the Old West, in the body of an old man that used to be a gunslinger, in a town called Salvation that is under, I don't want to say under attack, but definitely under threat of imminent destruction by a gang hired by a railroad that just wants to take the land. Stop me if you've heard that before. It's almost like Blazing Saddles, but taken somewhat seriously. What you have is an old man whose granddaughter calls him back to town to help them out, and he just kind of wants to not do that. At least that's the original plan, but Ben's got to change all that. He's got to save Salvation. And Salvation, actually, in this way, the way it's sort of explained, is, you know what, I would say, it's kind of like the Old West version of the East Village, and the way people talk about it, that they heard about it, they could leave town, leave and arrive in Salvation and be who they were meant to be free to be who they are. And it's pretty clear that means that people who are minorities of various stripes are actually free to kind of, be their own people without societal rules or actual laws, beating them down at a time in the 1800s. So Salvation's a place to save. Unfortunately, Ben can't fight for anything, and he's in the body of an old man that can't really gunfight anymore either. And add that to the fact that if he does kill somebody, does that necessarily fix the problem? He wants to see a nonviolent and end to this whole problem, whereas Addison thinks just go shoot this guy. Easier said than done, as we see later on. And then underneath all of this is, Addison and Ben sort of, rekindling their romance in a weird way, because he doesn't know her except that he knows that they were in love. And the kind of fun meet cute of that. And back in the real world, there's a senator who's kind of come and to poke around, make some accusations, maybe bring Quantum Leap to a standstill. If she finds out what's really going on. So the team back there, headed by Magic, have to sort of head her off to keep that from happening. Because, they can't shut it down while Ben is in the process of, jumping or leaping. All that's what's going on. And let me say, I thought this was a fun episode. Quite fun, in fact. It's mainly because, look, is the Old West represented faithfully here? No, it looks like it's on a set. I've accept that about this show. They are doing shooting on a set. It's a Hollywood backlot thing. It's like, again, Star Trek is a good reference. This is a backlot sort of situation. They have these things, that NBC has access to a backlot. They're going to use it, and I'm fine with that. I buy the fact that this, 2.5 blocks of something is this Old West town. What I really enjoy about it is just that, there's going to be this showdown. They keep insisting it's going to be this showdown. And this big bad guy who's wanted, him and his gang are wanted. We're going to do, again, a Blazing Saddles. We're going to have to do that. And Ben just trying so hard to not have to do that. Not because he's afraid, but because, again, he's not, he believes in nonviolence and that there's a way to not have to resort to violence, even though Addison disagrees with him. And to see him sort of work his way around that while also trying to navigate the fact clearly this man's a disappointment to his granddaughter and everything, but to hear the people's stories around town and why it's important. That was good stuff. Again, I contend Ben Song is as great a leaper as Sam Beckett was, because he's got the gifts, he's got the skills to really jump into someone else's shoes and kind of be able to inhabit it, but also to try to bring his knowledge in a good way to help them out, to change the past. It was fun stuff, especially the whole at the end. It's a build a better mousetrap. The way they are able to kind of use smoke and mirrors and flashy things to really cage these people and break them down. That was fun stuff. It was obvious the way it was going to work out, but you know what? Cool. I don't mind knowing where it's going as long as getting there is fun, and it was fun. I also really enjoyed, on the other side, the way they were dealing with the senator who was looking around. I think Magic being able to sort of handle the situation at the end without compromising himself morally, that was pretty cool. But even though, in a way, he did sort of tell a lie about what the Quantum Leap project could do, and he kind of preyed on, the kind of the hidden desires of this woman's heart to bring her brother back. But that being said, he didn't resort to blackmail. That was cool. But it was really fun seeing the team, Jen, Addison, Ian, how they more or less were, playing defense and keep away with this woman about what she was looking for. I thought Addison was fun, just saying no, ma'am. That was cool. Jen being like, I follow all the rules. That's cool, and I love seeing that she's willing to kind of get her hands dirty, but also that she follows Magic's call, because we find out he got her out of prison. She was a hacker that got sent to prison. She got out because of him. So she's got plenty of loyalty to him and to keep his secrets. I thought that was very good that they told us all about that. And of course, Ian just being Ian, being like that, not just a tech nerd, but he can really, kind of obfuscate with all his jargon. And also I want to say, just Ian just outdressing everybody in the whole episode. Like whoever was, whoever picked the wardrobe for Ian was just like on point. That I think that's going to be a continuous thing in here. And also Jen wore the hell out of her little outfit. So go ahead, y'all. And of course, the stinger at the end. There's another leaper who knows who Ben is and thinks he's being followed through time. Who is this guy? And how dare they drop this right at the tail end of the episode? All around, just really like this episode. I love the way this show is proceeding. I think Quantum Leap is definitely in good hands. They're doing a good thing with the network show that could have been very rote, or could have rode off the rails. But I think that they have a very clear idea of where they're headed, and they're moving us along that path every step of the way, and I'm really liking it. So anyway, those are my thoughts about this episode. What do you guys think about it? What do you think about what I had to say? Get down to the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. And, of course, you can always hit us up. supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. And please get down there, hit that like button. Helps with the algorithm and with the channel. And join the Super Not Funny Show family. Hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. All right, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, thanks for joining me. Come back next week. We're going to review the 6th episode of Quantum Leap. Until then, I've been Mo the Poupée, resident fabricant and comic extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.